Sip and dip in the oasis blue. Staying cool, cross the desert lands, worth it in the end, for me and you. Get up and let's dance. The music makes you sway, look at my dress. How about an ocean maid, aren't you obsessed? Don't ever look away, take me away. Feel the breeze, babe. It's a new day, holiday. So dance with me, babe. Feel the breeze and take me away.
Should I be playing this with a controller?
Play a game of pool.
I'm such a fucking
Maybe
sweat.
sit inside the bar like at the view with you. If you're tired again, we can come on back and rendezvous. Get up and let's dance. The music makes you sway. Look at my dress.
Is their texture for their face broken, or is this person wearing a blindfold or sunglasses?
Don't ever look away. Take me away.
I like punching trees. This feels good. I didn't expect range attack from them. That's nice. Do I get the item, do I get the like thing for re-unlocking whatchamacallits? Wood again? Like if I pick up my drop of wood, do I get more wood? I feel like what I'm about to do is considerably a dumb idea. I'm gonna try full screen proper because my mouse keeps escaping the game like some kind of absolute heathen, and it's fucking weird. maybe frame gen is like a bad idea. DLSS definitely goes off. The latencies to reflex, frame gen's gone. Let's try. Well, screen keeps turning black. That's nice. Back to windowed. Back to the right way to play games. Or borderless windowed, rather. Sorry. V-Sync's off. I don't know why motion blur be killing it. We'll drop it from, like, you know, epic to 1 beneath. Not that I think that should have the biggest impact, but whatever. We'll do it. And it does want me to restart to apply some settings, but I'll restart to apply everyone's collective mothers. Yeah, if I try to go too far, it's like hitting the side of my screen, and then it hates itself. We're gonna restart the game because it's being a butt. I don't know if it'll hate itself. I mean, in other good news, there is at least like later YouTube. And there is being a reacty schmackty stream in Soulframe. So this is just like the fun before the storm, you know? I can't believe I named it Content Island. Good job, me. Stellar Blade OST saves the day. Yeah, I can't turn my mouse but so far. I'm just gonna go to controller and say fuck it. This is abhorrent in the worst ways. I guess working speed should be the first stat that I deal with. Primitive workbench goes by the cool windy thing. Clearly. Clearly. It feels like auto pickup is like the expectable. Like it keeps prompting me to pick things up, but with auto pickup, this feels weird. I feel like I should just be suppressing this key periodically, but then sipping juice more often. This is very silly. I feel like at the start of this game, it's less active than fucking Farmville or Stardew Valley. I feel like this will get addressed quickly, but I feel like the first quest is some Stardew Valley shit. If that and this both don't count as rocks, I'm going to start a riot. I'm starting a riot. I need to be RB, y'all. I have beans in a pot and they need to be turned back off. BRB, beans. Don't get lost. Okay, hi, I'm back. Can I turn with my mouse again? No. Fuck. I don't know why, but we're just gonna work on, like, production speed. Not that I know what the fuck I should care about, but we're gonna do it. I get rice and beans later, so, you know, at some point, they'll be done, like, I'm kind of half-ass soaking them at, like, a high temperature, so I can just, go back to the kitchen soon. Look at me, just knowing where my place is, stay in the kitchen, do impressive shit. Oh, I can climb? Oh, fuck. Anyways, so, beans for now, then integrate tomato and salt, make your own MSG. Other nonsense too, of course. Tits. Well, I didn't mean to accidentally blow those spears. That was kind of a big old accident, but I just wasted 2. So that's nice. That's great. My blanket's not on me, it's next to me. That's not great. I shouldn't be allowed in civilized society. If I'm gonna spam weapon swaps like this, I'm kind of fucking problematic. Holy shit. What else am I missing for the other thingy? Oh, more stone for the pickaxe. Okay, and fiber for the bow. Axe does fiber production, we'd think. We'll soon find out. Trying to find my weapon's damage stat on screen somewhere. Oh. Well, there we go. Shit. Oh well, fuck it. Pickaxe in a moment. I misread the handheld torches as high-tech torches at least twice, because I'm about as clever as, you know, not very. Just dead to my own ineptitude. Great job, me. I'm not sure if I want to wait for daytime to occur, or if I'm just like gonna go do wild shit and not give a fuck. Yeah, that's just bad gameplay. Oh well. I have like low stamina and an expectation that I will be able to push in and maintain an adequate push for longer than I should, can, and am able. Could and possibly am able to. Which is really just a condemnation of me as a player. Games feels fun. Gameplay is kinda shit. That's just me though. That's a me problem. Oh well. Fuck it. I'm a noob. I'm allowed to be terrible. And suck ass. And fail. I want these majestic looking dudes. Maybe I shouldn't have gone after them without a ball either. But I'm sure many people, including some bicyclists, famous bicyclists, have gone through a similar experience. So, whatever. Why do they have fancy goggles, but I don't? Why is my contact lens slipping to the fucking side? Well, I wanted that dude up there anyway before I saw the antler dudes. So, I guess that's fine. I'll just march back up and kill that dude, or die to that dude more likely. Or find a more not level 14 thing to go accost first. Maybe I won't find a level 14 to accost first. That'll be fine. I'm sure I've done worse. I'm sure someone can get caught off guard. That's nice. That'll be great. Why is this little dude running? I heard cliffs are really good for getting them to attack but not be able to touch me. Nice. First pal. Eaten. Now where's dude that I wanted to kill? Or, I guess, friend? Oh, fuck me. I don't mean to throw balls sometimes. What a dumb bitch me. What an absolute dumb bitch I am. I'm like trying to find one dude again, if they're not already, you know, despawned. Nice tall level 14 person, because why the fuck not? There's a green glowy. I want whatever the green glowy is, like desperately. All the king's pal spears and all the king's pal spears couldn't make me stop sucking ass once again. I feel like I'm, like, I don't know, y'all. Like, this feels very much like if only PETA was able to make the version of Pokemon that they really wanted to.
Finally, the crown will come to me.
Are they going for the mats? No. What the fuck are they doing? More fiber? No dope. Well, I can easily get more fiber. I just have to murder a tree. It's my favorite American pastime, murdering trees periodically. Paul Bunyan did it. The logging companies did it. I'm doing it. I'm being a good American. How the fuck do I do this? Lol. Absolutely lol. Crafting, not crafting, storage blocks? Do I just have to place a pallet in your base? Sure, buddy. Sure. I feel like I need the quality luring center to make me less shit at this game. So I'm gonna go do some luring. And by luring, I mean soul frame sim. Because that game has a thing or two about it. But in the meantime, we're gonna go be a really halfway ass react channel in like whenever the fuck I figure out how to cook and eat food. More wood and a fuckload more wood. Nice! I just need a fuckload more wood. That's so manageable, I think. I have no fucking clue. But it's still daytime for- fuck me. We're a leering center with 100% natural organic, not organic, not natural, natural organic quality. Good old Leering. Fuck Learning Center. We're a Leering Center. Stellar Blade soundtrack is murder. It is murder good. Irma good. Lol. I want enough gold to buy a level 15. I don't even know how much gold I have. It's probably like 0. Probably. More than fucking likely. But I can make a bow. I already have a bow. Repair kits. Do I already have a bow? Yes, I do. You'd hope for like a quick drop button, because otherwise this is like so tedious. More stones. 3 more stones. Woot woot. Lol. This is like the best quality Leering Center activity ever. Next to like not doing anything. That's probably my favorite quality Leering Center activity. I want this icy penguin. They look so casually effortlessly cool. What? They're such a good little goofer. They just go out to kill everywhere. What a good little goofball. What an absolute champion. Get Iceman yet? Oh, there's a dead Iceman? No, they're not dead. Yes, they're not. I don't know. Can I do this? I can't do this while they're dead looking? Tits. Absolutely tits. I wanted to capture them. Ooh, an ice organ for the win. What the fuck are they doing? And is it a winning move? No. Whatever. As long as they're murdering, we're happy. I want it. Hello, level 38 thingy. Can I eat you? I want to hit them. Oh, fuck. I didn't get a say in this.
my way of showing everything. It was just sign of getting close to you. I saw you down on my using kindness as a weakness. I was an innocent.
Howdy. I hope you're well. I've picked a fight that I can't win. Kind of accidentally. Which is good, I think. I don't know, maybe. It is to me. I like picking fights I can't win. I'm gonna be on, like, Soul Frame soon. I'm just fucking about first. How the fuck are you? Also, to be fair, I have realized I am fatigued as ass. Yeah, tired as fuck. I woke up after like 3 hours of sleep at like 3 in the morning. So, a part of me just wants to try to like feign being awake enough until it sinks in. I'm making beans, so I can have rice and beans later, you know? So it could be worse. I just lost the Stellar Blade OST and OBS just froze. That's nice. And the game froze. That's super nice. That's really good. That's a good sign. As long as you're taking care of yourself, that's the start we can go for. I want a shotgun. Do I have to deliver the special dish to the nearby settlement? Just the usual, I suppose. Nothing like particularly different or remarkable. Just life stuff being life stuff, you know? Lol. I did want Ice Dude, so that works out. One sec. I'm being a shithead. Give me but a second. I have an idea. I need a thing. Hi. Hey, YouTube. We've got 30 seconds for a YouTube video. I thought about something.
Bullshit.
I should the kitchen.
Hurting people around you. Fight or flight. Shit.
Sorry, I forgot you can't
Let's make people. Let's make that a TikTok. Let's make that a
lesbian
Sorry,
trend.
I forgot you can't.
Trend.
What kind of straw is that?
lesbian
Trend. Let's make hurting. Let's make
What kind of straw is that?
bullshit. Hurting people. Let's make hurting people around you a TikTok trend.
What kind of straw is that?
Looking for big pats on the head, please. Nuzzles you.
Bullshit.
Looking for big pats on the head, please. Nuzzles head, please.
I'm obsessed. I'm really biased though. I would go
lesbian.
I'm obsessed with guava.
Does no one else use these like this?
University campuses.
Right here.
Very real, very viscerally. Oh my god. If I am searching Hasanabi with banana.
What the Sigma?
Make that a TikTok trend.
Soulless husk.
The hole's right here.
Super buddies. I don't know. I hate that.
University campuses.
Right here.
This company, House of Illuminati, exclusively, apparently, AI-generated images to advertise this event. Surprisingly, the website is still up.
Is this Hassan attacking a banana tree?
Apparently,
My cheeks though, and I always catch myself. Ever since I've been chewing my cheeks, I feel like I get more. Anyways. But like I never like my eyebrows, nothing.
I don't trust people, motherfucker. I don't trust the internet, because I'm searching this off screen and then dragging it.
A pretty simple method to understand who is in the right and who is in the wrong during times of political unrest is
that part is true, and that's always fucked up.
look at what message and demands are being aired at mass protests on university campuses.
But this is more of a
AI-generated
very real,
Soulless husks.
very viscerally hurting people
Who's
around.
in the wrong?
Okay, this isn't just
Look at what message and demands are being aired at mass protests by students, and B, look at what side is setting the cops loose and begging for the National Guard.
Countless controversies in many large spaces over the years.
case you, like a hateful motherfucker.
What kind of straw is that?
Case there's self-hate.
Look at what side is setting the cops loose and begging for the National Guard.
But you also are hurting people around you.
What the Sigma? Absolutely.
Oh my god.
Simple method. Who's in the right and who is in the wrong? Look at what message and demands are being aired at protests on university campuses. What side is setting the cops loose?
Hurting people around you.
It just is, it's like the word moist. It's just like, ugh.
Very viscerally hurting people around you. Very viscerally.
No, my team has strongly advised me to not say what I want to say.
The apology video heard around the world.
I'm desperate.
Apology heard around the world. Gay woman. Sorry, I forgot you can't say the L word.
I don't like the word itself.
JoJo announced she was single again.
It's just like lesbian.
Confession.
Even though my team has strongly advised me to not say what I want to say.
It's like a lot, but I mean, at the end of the day, that's what I am. So it's like, it just is, it's like the word moist.
Hey YouTube, we had 30 seconds for a music video. I did a very lady thing. I got up and I made a sandwich in the kitchen.
If you cut your penis off, like Chris and Mr. Beast, if you cut your penis off, that is a life-altering decision. Anybody watching this can Google it. You can Google it too. When you were 10 years ago, like, and you had heard about it, because this was still bubbling. There was, I think Caitlyn Jenner was first popping up. This was like the talk of the town. If I told you 10 years ago, try to remember that. Trump is running for president, 2014. What's happened? Like, Obama's still in office, right? I tell you it's okay to cut kids' penises off. You saying that's cool? But did you believe that a child can go through transgender therapy? Can they cut their penis off? And it's not predatory for the doctor to lure a kid into an office and cut his penis off? It'll evolve. I want to point this out and for you to remember this, because the next step for this thing where they cut off penises and take puberty blockers, in the world where people can cut their penises off, people that encourage children to cut their penises off and take hormone blockers, those are bad people. Yeah, what do you think makes for a better society? How about that? Because you don't need to tell them what to do. What society do you think is healthier? One that people are having a lot of sex with random people and cutting their penises off, or a society where they're getting married and staying loyal? So why is a child smart enough to decide that he's now a woman that needs puberty blockers and cutting his penis off, but he can't decide upon marrying somebody that he's in love with? But if then the next day I leave it, I'm depressed, I want to cut my penis off. I'm in love with this girl, I want to marry her, I feel like I'm in love, she's the right person for me, I want to do it. She's like, yes, 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 everyone's good. But a 9-year-old could say, Mom, Dad, I want to cut my penis off, and you're going to say, that's good. But a 16-year-old who feels in love, who's ready to commit, who's financially independent, that person cannot get married. But I would much rather live in a society that allows a physically ready, whatever age, if I'm 14 something, if they're physically ready, the parents consent. I'd much rather live in a society that encourages marriage instead of cutting your penis off. Okay, so a child can cut their penis off and take hormone blockers and change their biology forever, but they can't get married. But if then the next day I leave it, I'm depressed, I want to cut my penis off. Okay, but so everyone has the right to do with their body, but not when it comes to a sacred marriage where they have kids, where they add to society.
No longer just you.
That is your body.
Bringing someone in.
Okay, you're still.
I know what this is. It's It's this. It's that I didn't have it in the usual tab group that is explicitly named, so it like lets me make sure only one like group of tabs, one work group in Edge gets captured by PNP on screen. That's what happens. Anyway, speaking of internet nuisances, not just myself.
Just happened, or his arraignment just happened here in the beautiful Miami, Florida, which is like really nice because I'm getting a break of the cold weather from where I'm from. But so before the whole trial and everything started, what do we know? Well, he was arrested in Miami Beach in November of 2025 for filming content on the road and refusing to leave multiple times when officers asked him. So he was hit with 1 felony and 2 misdemeanors. So there was a few things happening there. Let's see. I do want to check something real quick because...
I didn't mean to throw that
Yes, sir.
ball.
Okay, we're in. People are here. What's up? Welcome, guys. Okay, so anyway, he was hit with 1 felony and 2 misdemeanors.
Oh, but that was a PB&J, by the way, and I did not stop shoving my face full till it was done. It was very, very nice. It was very, very nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. Hello.
The first one was the felony possession of a controlled substance. And then you have a misdemeanor for possession of 20 G's or less of pot. And then you have a misdemeanor for resisting an officer without violence. He was then booked and then
surprised
thrown
that
in
little
jail
Jacky...
until he bonded out for about 30.
My pause play button's kind of fucked right now. I'm surprised little Jackky D and his attorney didn't get got for the egregious act of, in addition to that, the bodyguard. The bodyguard was like physically pushing the officers. And I am very much surprised that they didn't get theirs as well. Like, it would have made sense. I don't understand why they didn't. And if they did, well, we didn't hear of it. But, you know, life is life. It is frustrating. Little Jack D, Jack Doherty, Jack acts like someone should just look at him and call him daughter. Can I escape this window? There we go.
$500. So that happened. That was interesting. That was a big moment online. And the felony charge there, that was related to an alleged pill that was found. So that brings us, that happened back in November 2025, but that brings us now till today here in Miami. Let's see. So on the 14th of January, I arrive at 8:40 here at this courthouse. This was yesterday. So yesterday this originally happened. I then found out the arraignment is at 9:30, not 9. So we sit there waiting, and that's always fun. At 9:20, we walk into the courtroom. At 9:25, they mentioned that Jack Doherty, they talked about him. So they said something about Jack. I didn't hear what it was. I'm sitting in the back of the room, and they were whispering, and the court hadn't started yet. So I don't know what was going on there. But the judge then shows up at 9:29, and we all stand up. They do everything, so everyone sits down, and it begins. 9:30 rolls around, and Jack is still not there. So people are like, okay, why is Jack not showing up? Now I see wind's coming. I'm gonna go stand behind the sign. Ah, look at that, genius. I'm standing right behind the sign, and that blocks the wind, hopefully, so the audio is good. Okay, so next up, the judge then asks about Jack. There's no real answer there, and then announces continuancy for the next day. So essentially, yeah, we just found out, okay, yeah, nothing's happening today, it's happening tomorrow instead. So go back to my hotel, I sleep, and then we wake up for the next day. So now, I'm trying to bring up my notes here for the 15th. Okay, so 15th, or today. So this is what essentially happened today. So I arrive at 9:22 because I realize it's no point in arriving an hour early if I already know where I'm going and I know when the time is. I show up to the docket, make sure that Jack is actually having his arraignment today. He was. So at 9:22, still no Jack. At 9:30, the judge arrives. We do the whole standing up, sitting down thing, and okay, that's cool. At 9:32, Jack is still not there, but a dude in a very nice suit walks in, and he starts like spam texting, and he looks like an attorney, and I'm like, oh boy, is this like a Johnny Smalley thing happening all over again, where the client is just not showing up, and his attorney here in a nice suit is like trying to spam him, be like, why are you not here right now? So this guy, he's like spamming his phone for like 2 or 3 minutes of just texting. Then 5 minutes later, he starts spam calling. So that's just a whole nother thing.
Wait, you said, is this some chaser? Like, ambulance chaser? No, this is Mr. A to Z man.
Dude, by the way, there's like, they look like chickens. Are those actually chickens? Huh. Okay, I'm trying to hide from the wind because I know that's gonna wreck the audio of this whole video. Okay, I think I've found cover from the wind. Connection is going out, but we're back. Okay, so at 9:40, they announced Jack Doherty.
No, it's not just some random YouTuber going to someone's court case. It's a Tozy who's been covering inappropriate people as they do inappropriate shit off and on for quite a decent bit. It's like, how do you not remember this man's face? He's like been on our stream, so he's been like a face that has covered our screen while streaming, like a decent bit. OBS froze for a little bit. Homie. Homie.
That's when I found out
homie.
the guy who was spam calling and texting, he was there for another client who just wasn't showing up.
OBS
so
froze.
That wasn't related to Jack.
Oh,
Jack's
let's see how it
attorney was
goes.
sitting on Zoom. So that guy is apparently named Moses. So then the judge announces all of his stuff. But what surprised me with this was the fact that he didn't announce the...
Like, he's been covering like a litany of creeps for a long, decent while. Jack Doherty, Johnny Sabali, when Johnny was trying to get away with like threatening to rape women in Israel, trying to solicit 16-year-olds in Israel, trying to sexually come on to children in Japan, and trying to play porn sounds in front of children in South Korea. This has been like, you know, the man who has been whingy. So I don't get the whole like just some YouTuber thing. It's like a YouTuber who's been consistently on our screen. You know? That's why. That's all. That's all, buddy. Also, hey, I'm fatigued as fuck apparently, and just ate a PB&J, and has been up since 3 a.m.s. Woot woot. I need to my pause play button's fucked, so I need to finish my crafting. There's currently no POW over here. Which I guess I could fix really fast, huh? That would be a good idea. Just fix this and not have to deal with this shit. Yeah, it's a good idea. I mean, it's not a great idea. Stone, just more. Okay, cool beans. But it's not a terrible one. We'll need more stones. Need to go get stones. Duh.
pill or the alleged Adderall that we thought it was about, he announced cocaine. So unless I misheard or the judge misspoke, that's a different substance. Then he also announced another count, but I didn't hear what he was. So that could either be the resisting arrest or the less than 20 G's of pot. So I don't know what's going on there. But if he was on coke, number one, he wouldn't be the only person who...
Okay, so Jackky D being on cocaine and me being fatigued. I know that there's an easy joke there, but hark, forget ye not, my dudes. You're a fucking, ADHD'd gal if given stimulants goes to sleep. So that would actually make it worse. So there. I fucked your joke. I fucked all the jokes. Why is my game hugging itself? I fucked everything. I made it bad. I ruined it. I made jokes bad again. Not even great again. What? Why is this? Wait, what the fuck is this? I thought this was the egg. That's the berry seeds. Whatever. No one fucking cares if it's berry seeds.
Miami Beach, so beyond that, but also his behavior would make a little bit more sense. Who knows though? But that's interesting. What happened though was he didn't show up and his lawyer waived his attendance. So I then talked to the lawyer that I've been talking to, and he's thinking that he was allowed to waive his attendance without too much of a rebuttal from the judge because of his celebrity status. So that's interesting. Let's see. The thing about the coke though is possession of coke and Adderall, they're both third-degree felonies still. So by the book, nothing really changes, but coke is a Schedule 2
I just keep hoping people will stop doing my prescription drugs recreationally. Because every time someone recreationally takes meds that I'm supposed to fucking eat by mandate, they make them taste worse. And it can't get much fucking worse before I just stop taking them. Like, at some point, I'm just gonna start crying when I have to look at them. And it'll just be fucking over, bro. So people should just not be doing it, just for that reason alone.
Celebrity, but a judge would see his follower count and, I don't know, probably waive his attendance. Who knows, dude? It's interesting. Either way, Miami's beautiful. The weather's amazing here, and I'm just happy to be here. So, yeah, that's really about it for this trial update. Very different. Overall, court here in the U.S. is way more relaxed than court in Korea. Court in Korea, everything's very by the book. Here, like people don't joke. Like before the trial started, or before the judge walked in, everyone was like completely silent in Korea. Here, people are joking and having fun before the judge comes in. Obviously, when the judge walks in, then it's serious again. But it's super interesting. Next court, they announced 2 new court dates. They'll both be in May. So we'll see if we cover that. If you guys drop a like on this video, I might cover that. So we'll see. I'll make a full video of like a travel vlog with even more updates as well. But yeah, at the end of the day, I don't think this is going to be too life-ruining for him at all. He'll probably get some community service, but who knows, because he is facing up to 5 years. So if the judge isn't having it, especially with him not showing up twice, who knows what happens. Anyway, yeah, no, those are 100% chickens. There are some chickens here.
It's like people take care of chickens most places.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that was
like
okay.
most places with
Sorry,
beaches.
I'll let you do your business,
you're gonna
chicken.
find people
Anyway,
like
guys,
raising chickens.
This is me from the sunny Miami. I'm gonna go enjoy this weather before I fly home. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Yeah, dude, literally there's roosters right there. I'm not gonna get too close because I don't want to get attacked by a rooster. But yeah, that's funny. All right, guys.
People need to stop downplaying what happened to Dimitri Caligaris at Coachella.
A very disturbing incident occurred recently with the Caligaris sisters, and they've recently released a statement on it, and I decided we need to talk about it. I want to give a quick trigger warning.
Morning, welcome back.
I just have to laugh at the caffeine overconsumption video. I can't really help myself. I really can't. It's too fucking rich. Just can't not do it. I just have to do it. I has to do's it. My fatigued ass has been told that I have to like sleep soonish, or try to sleep soonish, which is going to result in me procrastinating and eating beans and rice later instead of sleeping. But I will half listen, just halfway, not all the way, halfway. I only halfway listen, because I'm stubborn.
You poor anxious thing. According to science, anxiety is at an all-time high, affecting people of all ages. Doesn't matter if you're a Gen Z, a Gen Alpha, or a capital HI millennial. You got a nervous system, it'll getcha. Check your email, it's all bills and scams. Take a few minutes to scroll through your phone, everything you see is awful. Look outside your window. It's probably generated by AI. A lot of outside factors we have no control over, making our blood pressure rise. All we can do is smile and nod for the most part. Smile and nod.
Great job.
But did you hear about the secret imposter sabotaging us behind the scenes? The answer will shock you. It's even more shocking than booking a healthcare appointment these days. When you roll up to your appointment, it shouldn't feel like playing a gacha game where you cross your fingers and hope you get a good doctor. They should be the right fit for you every time. One who listens and makes you feel comfortable and explains things clearly and isn't a 2-hour drive away from where you live. No need to imagine the right healthcare provider for you when you can find them on ZocDoc, a free app and website that helps you find and book high quality in-network doctors so you can find someone you love. Whether you're looking for dermatology, dentistry, primary care, eye care, or one of the other 200 specialties offered on ZocDoc, you can easily search by specialty or symptom to build your perfect care team. With 150,000 providers across all 50 states, you can really tailor your experience, right down to seeing someone in person or in the comfort of your own home on video call. Getting a good sense of what your doctor's actually like before your appointment is just as important as their credentials. And thanks to the verified patient reviews on ZocDoc, you can see which doctors hate small talk just as much as you. Or maybe you don't mind chatting about the weather. Whatever your preference, you'll be confident in your choice. And when you've found the right fit, use their real-time availability to book your appointment, which usually happens fast, within 24 to 72 hours of booking. You might even see someone on the same day.
I don't know what's more funny, the ZocDoc advert or the ZocDoc plugs that people give, or the Morgan & Morgan plugs people give. Because it's like, I wonder how much time gets put into advertising versus like actual care. I don't know. I'm just wondering. A lot.
But yes, this secret imposter making our lives worse. You could say you know them pretty well. Let's ask the audience. How'd you sleep? Bad. Sounds about right. Did you eat today? No. Sounds about right. And what did you have to drink so far? Coffee for breakfast, an iced matcha at lunch, and a Red Bull for dessert. And we wonder why we're so anxious all the time. You hear that ominous thumping noise in the back, getting faster and faster? That's everyone's collective heartbeat, syncing to the same concerning rhythm of being sleep deprived and overly caffeinated. I give it about 20 years until it wears itself out. Caffeine's really blown up.
Do you think there's fall damage in Pal World? Do you think I can just like fall through this and like not die? Because that would be fun if I could just like drop and not die. Oh, there goes half my health. Maybe I shouldn't climb towers and then jump off. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna do my own thing. Fuck it.
Over the years. These days, when you see trendy drinks go viral, it's usually a caffeinated one. You got your matchas, Vietnamese iced coffees, energy drinks named after a temperature scale. Adults used to drink pots and pots of coffee to get them through their 9-to-5 slogfest. Now no one even bats an eye when a kid walks into class, sits down at their desk with their iPad, and cracks open a Four Loko. Just kidding, that would be insane, but there is a toddler somewhere in the world drinking a cold brew out of their sippy cup. And hey look, I'm no hater of caffeine, that's my ride or die who shows up for me every day, probably teetering on too much at times. When one of my eyes starts twitching, that's when I know it's time to
stop.
Now that caffeinated drinks are treated as harmless beverages akin to soda and juice, we gotta wonder, is it fine to reach the maximum caffeine intake every single day? Or are we slowly building up our tolerance to disastrous levels? There's this pattern we always see in marketing. A common ingredient everyone uses is just sitting there, minding its own business, when all of a sudden, a TikTok trend or celebrity mention comes along and turns it into an overnight sensation. Next thing you know, it's in everything. First it was protein and all the food products. Now it's caffeine in all our groceries and toilet paper. Okay, maybe not toilet paper, not trying to boost
If there was caffeine infused use
morning,
toilet
but there's a
paper, that
handful
would
of
help me
caffeine
get to
jump scares
sleep.
in products
Like,
you might
pretty
not expect.
fucking well,
Panera
honestly.
Bread making charged
I wouldn't be
lemonade,
against
certain types
that.
of gum and chocolate. Even the US version of a sun-kissed orange soda, a drink that looks sorta healthy in a radioactive type of way, has a touch of caffeine added into it. Why? For fun, I guess. The weirdest one I've seen is caffeinated meat. Perky jerky. Caffeinated beef jerky. The first performance-enhancing meat snack. It'll give you the same boost as chugging 2 energy drinks without the sugar crash. Don't think this product exists anymore on account of it not selling very well. But hey, great name if they want to pivot to making Viagra or something. It'll probably be caffeinated too. Mark my words, in about 5 years, catch me at the store buying a Labubu Ozempic Switch 2 matcha smoothie with 500 milligrams of caffeine. Can we really blame people just for trying to get through their day? Everyone's tired and burnt out, knees weak, brains rotted. There's about 1 healthcare worker for every 20 patients in the hospital. I know you troopers stuck in this industry are overworked for sure. And sometimes they'll need a little something to take the edge off during their 12-hour shift. I don't know what this means. I've never done this.
I remember someone I used to hang out with getting like bacon flavored and then baconed everything. Like, honestly, if I drink a fuckload of caffeine, I'll just be asleep. So I think I lucked out.
My heart is just pounding. I always feel like I have heart palpitations, honestly. I can't figure out what it is.
Well, I'm sure a lot of us would rather our nurses and surgeons be locked in during a procedure instead of drifting off. Thank you for your service. But the real question is, who's gonna nurse the nurses when they've all had 12 heart attacks within an hour? I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do during your job, but is living this energy drink, no sleep, hustle culture life even sustainable? The max amount of caffeine for the average person is about 400 milligrams a day. After seeing some of these people down their Alani, Celsius, Red Bull, Coke adjacent cocktails, travel nurses are gonna wipe out entire mosquito colonies with their radioactive blood. Good. Even regular Vietnamese iced coffee, which has way less of a health stigma compared to energy drinks, will make your heart feel like a jet engine about to take off. With 3 to 4 espresso shots worth of caffeine in one serving, you can use this instead of gas to start your car.
My arms got hot. You know when you try like a TV fuzzy and you turn the TV on, it's fuzzy. Like, you know, in the movies, it's like fuzzy. My arms felt like that. While my arms felt like that, my heart was going. I was like, oh my God, am I having a heart attack?
I don't recommend starting your morning off with one of these, especially if you have nothing else in your stomach. And right before work? Ooh, I'm scared for you. This whole scenario is scarier than playing Squid Game. It's Squirt Game from a butt. And how about everyone replacing their water intake with matcha these past few years that even Japan's struggling to keep up with production?
I mean,
It's
Squirt
trendy,
Game from the
looks great
butt
on
is at
Instagram,
least, you know,
usually
safer
marketed
than
as a
Squid
healthier
Game.
alternative
So,
to regular
GG.
coffee. But drink
GG.
too much of anything, they'll guarantee you chest pains, a trip to your bathroom floor, shower on and everything. And just like that, Big died from drinking too many matchas. The trick to stop feeling so fatigued during the day after your 5th matcha isn't another matcha, it's iron. Vitamin iron. Ever stand up too quick and feel like you're about to pass out? Babes, you might have an iron deficiency. About 1 in 4 Americans may have inadequate iron intake or absorption. Come on guys, you gotta eat something first. When everyone's sipping on their $8 iced matcha-chinos first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, the caffeine's gonna start blocking the non-existent iron in your system your body's desperately trying to absorb, leading to fun symptoms like fatigue, shortness of breath, pale skin, rapid heartbeat, brittle nails, and hair loss. Now, where have I seen this person before? It's on the tip of my tongue. It's not the matcha's fault you ended up in the hospital, it's your poor diet choices. Sure, bragging about how you can get through the day with a piece of toast and 4 iced coffees sounds hardcore, but do you really want to get taken out by a drink? How about this? After our next matcha run, let's take a group trip to Home Depot and start chomping on some sheet metal for extra iron. Think my friend Jackky Kennedy will be there too. The only person responsible for your well-being is yourself. Cafes aren't going to care if you ate breakfast or not. They're not your parents. And same with the companies who make questionable products. You gotta be careful in this era of attention-seeking behavior, where the crazier something is, the more clicks you'll get. That's short-form content marketing in a nutshell. If you're a brand, send a handful of free samples to influencers and watch them. Come with me to try this 1,000 milligrams of caffeine coffee. Their video hits the algorithm, the views start rolling in, your coffee beans go viral, everyone profits. Until someone gets sued for turning coffee into a biohazard. Just a few sips of this motor engine fuel, you'll be so locked in, you'll start seeing colors as adjectives.
Can you say magnetic? Just keep going. Charismatic?
A really humbling experience is when you finish an iced coffee and realize that was one too many iced coffees for today. You'll know the exact feeling when you start thinking, oh no, what have I done? As your hand starts to shake, your tummy starts to hurt, and your heart starts beating right in between your eyes. And that's just a mild case of too much caffeine, which typically goes away the next day. Caffeine poisoning, on the other hand, when it becomes lethal, can happen in rare cases. But to actually go through death by cappuccino assassino, you'll need to drink at least 75 to 100 cups of coffee in one sitting. Pretty sure if you drank that much liquid, your body would take it, double it, and give it right back to you through the mouth. Little girl from The Exorcist style.
Hello, welcome to the ER. How can I help you? Me and my boyfriend were at work, and he's not feeling well. He doesn't look too good. Can you tell me what happened? We were out late drinking last night and had to get up early for work. He's probably hungover. Have you taken any medications like Advil? No, but he did chug a Vietnamese coffee and 1.5 Red Bulls.
Or you could take 3,200 milligrams of pure caffeine powder, which would probably make your heart pop like a balloon. So unless you have pure caffeine powder sitting in your home and it all accidentally falls into your mouth somehow, you don't have to worry about overdoing it with the caffeine, as long as you drink it in moderation.
My favorite way to manage migraines is some BC powder and the resultant nap afterwards.
As most of you guys know, from taking this Redcon 1 Total War.
New year, new me. Everyone's at the gym in their looks maxing phase right now, trying to bench press their way from a 2 to a 10. Pre-workout is a supplement people take to boost their energy and focus to get the most out of their gym session. It comes in a powder form, you typically mix with water, and has all your essential ingredients like creatine and electrolytes, along with
it looks
caffeine
like the fucking caffeine powder. Looked like weed powder that my one friend used to
is not easy. Takes a lot of time
help other people procure.
If there's one thing you should know about something that's
with legal means,
someone's always going to try and find a shortcut to get to the end result faster. TikTok misinformation strikes yet again with the dry scooping trend.
Don't think too much. There you go. There you go. Now drink. Get water. Get water. Oh.
Where instead of mixing your pre-workout powder with water, you dump a scoop of it right into your mouth and swallow it. This supposedly helps it bypass the water to allow your body to digest it right away. It hits your system faster for more energy, faster gains, and dry-ass mouth. And this is why we can't just be eating at anyone's house. Who cooked this misinformation food and left it out in the sun? As of now, there's not one scientific study that supports dry scooping as a more effective way to take pre-workout. You might feel an adrenaline rush after dry scooping a bunch of powder, but that's because you just did the cinnamon challenge. Crazy style.
I can't dry scoop. I've never dry scooped before.
You've never dry scooped? Yeah, and then swish it. Throw it in, throw it in. Oh my! Oh my!
Other than this being a potential choking hazard when you end up inhaling a bunch of powder into your lungs, it is a lot easier to overdo it with the caffeine when it's in powder form. Like, you wouldn't drink 12 cups of coffee in a day, right? That sounds awful. That bad breath is going to create a smokescreen around your face. But downing 3 scoops of pre-workout because you believed a fake fact on the internet, let me call you an ambulance.
I regret what I just did.
1,000 milligrams of caffeine
I'm fairly certain I shouldn't be trying to pick off the level 10 dude that can fly when I'm dependent on barely making it.
We got way more than enough caffeine in our drinks. It better not be making a comeback in our food too.
Let's make matcha fried chicken. I was craving both matcha and fried chicken, so why not combine them? Start by marinating your chicken in matcha.
Damn, what the hell? So that's where the Duolingo bird went. Well, what better time to put my French lessons to use? How'd you say no thank you?
No, thank you.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
And it's only gonna get crazier. Once we get bored of ingesting caffeine through our mouths, we're gonna start boofing, like those coffee enema people on My Strange Addictions.
Her addiction is so intense, she does up to 4 every day.
I love the way coffee enemas make me feel.
Mike and Trina spend up to 5 hours every day prepping and taking their coffee enemas.
5 hours a day dedicated to boofing, while juggling a job and kids? Kind of impressive. They either have great time management skills, or they don't sleep, because of all that caffeine they're shooting straight into their system. You know, if Starbucks and Poop from a Butt did a collab, that's the fragrance that their house would smell like. Anyways, before you take another sip of your iced coffee, hand shaking, teeth chattering and all, ask yourself, do I really need my 10th caffeinated drink for today? If the answer is yes, congrats! You're on your way to becoming a coffee in the butt person. Before you go hang out with your new friends, I guess, tap the like button on this video, have a good day, try not to be dumb, and see you in the next one.
Users on TikTok realizing they can just copy paste.
Oh, you know how we were reading the Epstein files and we never even got to the redacted parts?
The
Here you go.
redacted text to read what it says.
Oh, look at this pesky.
Users on TikTok realizing they can just copy paste the redacted text to read what it says.
Oh, look at this pesky redaction. Let's just get rid of that.
No way. Try it? We're going to try it right now. Open in Adobe. All right, now we're going to copy this. We're going to save it. And this is from the government website right here, justice.gov. One of the moment of truth. We're talking about this is the federal government, and they can't figure out how to put a black bar over some text.
Just for context, this is not all files, but on multiple PDFs, the government, instead of redacting the information using the Adobe function, they highlighted the text with the black marker.
Check page 41. Okay. I'm not suicidal. Defendants also attempted to conceal their criminal sex trafficking and abuse conduct by paying large sums of money to participant witnesses, including by paying for their attorney's fees and their case costs. Epstein also threatened harm to victims and helped release damaging stories about them to damage their credibility when they tried to go public with their stories of being sexually trafficked and abused. Why was that blocked? I don't know. For which Indike Executory Authority acting on his behalf, payments from this account totaling almost $60,000 were transferred by wire to young women. Why would this be censored? The law didn't say you can make an exception for that. It doesn't make any sense. They're redacting any mention of anyone outside the known circle interacting with Epstein. People want to know who these people are. I think that's exactly what's going on. Indike, an attorney who'd represented Epstein for decades, represents Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and previously represented Donald Trump. So let me get this straight. The guy who was found to be wiring money, supposedly hush money, to these young girls never got indicted. He left his job. He got hired by the group that represents both the current defense secretary and Donald Trump. The files that were released now just came out with his name selectively redacted from them. Somebody got caught with their hand in a cookie jar. The latest Epstein file drops are bombshell. Epstein personally negotiated contracts for Southern Air Transport, the CIA, Iran's Contradon running airline, and relocated its ops from Miami to a Columbus, Ohio military base to service his companies. The link straight... What the fuck? Bro, this guy, how is this guy able to do all this stuff? If he wasn't such a fucking creep, I'd be impressed. Knows every president, and they come to his house, and they have a picture of the former president Bill Clinton in a dress. There's another photo. He's running CIA deals between Iran, the United States, Israel, and then he's funneling it to his own companies. Yeah, it's like he was the main character. Well, he was the main villain, okay? Part of Doge changes, canceled all of the Adobe user licenses, can't properly redact without Adobe Pro. Elon was the whistleblower all along. So are you telling me that the reason why we lose these, we not getting the redactions, is because Elon cut Adobe Pro memberships? Here's what's crazy about it, is that we found this out in like 15 minutes.
You've probably seen by now, on Wednesday...
It's been more than 15 minutes to get to this point. But that's neither here nor there.
Hey, God.
Y'all, I'm getting bullied to go to bed. I mean, I'm not here disagreeing. That's the thing.
Guys, I'm gonna be really honest with you. I think a lot of the LOL YouTubers, they will always side with CoffeeZilla, no matter what the case seems to be. They will side with CoffeeZilla 100 out of 100 times. Many times I feel like their reporting is extremely biased. I don't like Logan Paul. In fact, when CryptoZoo came out, my only videos on this channel, really over 100,000, were slamming Logan Paul over CryptoZoo. So I am a Logan Paul hater, if you will, and I love CoffeeZilla. But the reality is the reality, and when we read these court documents, and there's gotta be unopposed motion for extension of time to file response reply, motion for reconsider. You look at the length of text on 164. Order on motion for extension of time. Text order granting defendants unopposed motion to extend deadline to respond to plaintiff's motion. What happened was Logan Paul loaded up a bunch of motions.
Oh, y'all, I ended up taking SteamOS off the Steam Deck, and now I'm just running raw-ass Arch Linux, and I have very few things getting in the way still as, like, a qualifiable blocker. It's getting to the point where it's getting fucking smooth, and I'm kind of fucking liking it. And I have very few, if any, complaints. I'm a very satisfied cookie. Okay, to be fair, I would have rather have captured those than, like, killed them. But I'm still bad at the game, so I take what I can. Yo, I captured them.
And he launched them all on the same day. Now, is there anything that Logan Paul would be very worried about this week or this month? He has allegedly, he claims a $17 million Pokemon card at auction, golden auction. It just went over 2.6 million, and it's gonna go much higher. According to Logan Paul, he paid $5.3 million. Some of it was trade, some of it was cash. And according to Logan Paul, it's worth $17 million. This is a scandal, a scam, alleged scam, way bigger than anything CryptoZoo, with way better evidence. And the evidence is actually coming from the Canadian government. The Canadian government is doing all the heavy work and lifting, and they're paying all the lawyers. Had CoffeeZilla not got into CryptoZoo and waited for Liquid Marketplace, which he was aware of, in fact, if Reddit is to be believed, he sued CoffeeZilla for defamation within 24 hours of receiving a text from CoffeeZilla asking him for comment on Liquid Marketplace. That is the winner. CryptoZoo is a loser case. And a million people will tell you it's not, and a million LOL YouTubers will say, no, because of this. Let me tell you the current progress on CryptoZoo. The first lawsuit where there was a lot, hurrah, hoo-ha, right? We're gonna get that alleged scammer. You know where that lawsuit is? That lawsuit was so bad, the magistrate judge, on report and recommendation, which then was accepted by the district judge. This is after 3 years, by the way. 3 years of these poor plaintiffs being in court. legal fees. I mean, lawyers are not free, right? I assume it's on some type of contingency, but it's not free. Lawyers do not work for free. 3 years later, they learned that none of their claims, had they actually took their claims to trial, they would 100% lose every claim they had. They will lose on its face, which is really sad accomplishment after 3 years. That's the quality of lawyer work being done. And again, people are not going to say that because they're all buddy-buddy, right? All the law YouTubers are buddy-buddy. I'm going to call it as I see it. If I'm a plaintiff and you tell me we're going to get this dude and we're going to get refunded money, and after 3 years, the judge, both of them, agree that my claims have no merit. If we went to trial these claims, we would 100%, 100 of 100 times lose. And it would not only be a loss, it would be an embarrassing, shameful loss that would then set precedent for any future cases against Logan Paul. And the only reason that we didn't fall into this disgusting, I mean, just a pit trap, I don't know what to call it, is because the magistrate judge was lucky enough and kind enough to tell us, hey, you guys gotta change these claims around, guys. This is not gonna work. I've been trying to tell you this for the last 3 years, but... And then even after he told you, you still contested a report and recommendation. And the district judge, no, we're gonna go to what the magistrate judge said. Okay, so that's the meat and potatoes case, right? Where you have plaintiffs who lost money suing Logan Paul. That's where they are today. They're back where they began, and they have new claims now. Now we go all the way to the defamation case, where Logan Paul sues CoffeeZilla for defamation. How is he so confident that he's going to win? And I don't think he's confident he can win. I think he actually knows he's going to lose. But if he can get off selling that Pikachu illustrated card, there's so much wrong with that card. Fractional ownership, liquid marketplace, what's the card worth? Is it a pump and dump? There's so many things wrong with that single Pikachu illustrated card. Is it even a PSA 10? People will say it's not. People say it's a PSA 9 and it's not in good condition. There are so many controversies, including fractional ownership, tokenization, liquid marketplace. The Ontario SEC is doing its own investigation on the other co-founders of the liquid marketplace. That it is just, it's a dynamite case that if CoffeeZilla handled it, Logan Paul would have ended. There would be no recourse, no quarter, Logan Paul, and he timelined it perfectly. CoffeeZilla is begging the court for unopposed, right? Motions for extensive time. Because that's how much overtime his lawyers need to work to respond to everything. And they couldn't respond to it in a timely fashion, so now they have to ask for more time. And yet, they're winning somehow, right? I can tell you they're not winning, because if CoffeeZilla had done the liquid marketplace, Logan Paul would not be... I really, truly believe Logan Paul would not be able to sell that card. And whatever the card goes for, 5 million, 10 million, again, Logan Paul is probably overly optimistic, 17 million is what Logan Paul believes the card could go for. He's just going to take the money. But, like, he doesn't own 100%. In my opinion, the fractional ownership, the way that he phrased it, then he bought them out, but those people get paid. There's so many questions that an investigative journalist like CoffeeZilla could really do a great episode on, multiple episodes on. Way more interesting than Crypto Zoo. Nothing. Not a peep, not a tweet, not a text, and that is the smart thing to do. Keep your head down, work on your defamation case, and again, do not put yourself in danger of being sued for defamation again. So if you're telling me who won or who's winning, Logan Paul has just learned he can use the legal system to silence his number one critic, the only critic that matters. No offense to Cavos and other individuals who are reporting and doing fantastic jobs. They don't get the 10 million views. And there is a very significant difference between getting less than 1 million views and getting 10 million views. R20, I think this thing could blow up to 20 million views because it does have the Pokemon tag on it, and CryptoZoo is just kind of like JPEG's mass together. Who really cares, right? And that was 11 million views. Well, here's something that people actually really care about. And most people have no idea what Logan Paul has done on his liquid marketplace. So back to the analysis. What made CoffeeZilla was reporting on Logan Paul. Now you have a case that let's say it goes for 17 million. It's 3 times the size of CryptoZoo, 4 times, 5 times the size of CryptoZoo. The team is twice as bad as the CryptoZoo team. And the CryptoZoo team had a legit criminal, a person who said he went to Harvard but didn't go to Harvard. And it had Jake Greenbaum, a person literally selling fake Pokemon boxes on live streams. And I'm telling you, the CryptoZoo team they look competent and not like scammers compared to when you compare it to the liquid marketplace team. When they talk and they have their Instagram, just listen to them talk. It's so slimy, so greasy, and it's just like, oh, this is 100% a scam, isn't it? It's just so... And then when you learn about, from the Ontario Securities Exchange Committee, what they spent their money on, it's going to make you pull your hair out that Coffee cannot cover this. Not a peep. And people say, oh, he's winning. Man, I'll tell you this. If a plaintiff sues for a class action lawsuit, and after 3 years is told we have to redo the claims because the claims that we previously had are useless, that's not winning. If a defendant is being sued for defamation, and they're constantly asking for extensions of time because of the sheer amount of motions thrown at him and his legal team, he's not winning. He's paying a massive amount of legal fees for his legal team to work overtime. They can't even finish and respond to all the motions in the time allotted. That's why you need the extension. Somehow that's winning. You can't even talk about easy 10 million view video, possibly 20 million view video. Coffee doesn't need me to tell him this. Everyone online knows this. Logan Paul, Liquid Marketplace, $17 million Pikachu Illustrator PSA 10. Again, not everyone even thinks it's a PSA 10. Anyway, my guys.
I just had to go to Lust Tents. I couldn't let the other nonsense not happen. I couldn't let that not happen. And you asked how was the Nintendo versus Power World case going? Pretty fucking well for Power World. Power World's silent on the hose. Like, they're making a card game soon. Power World is kind of not getting fucked by Nintendo. Nintendo's not getting to be as aggressive as they usually gets to be. I don't know. It's like, not poorly. Not fucking poorly at all. Wait, A2's outfit in 3 different games? Whoa, 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 whoa. There's A2 in fucking... We haven't... Oh yeah, there is an A2 fucking skin in Stellar Blade. I didn't know the first Descendant had A2. That's pretty dope. A2's pretty fucking cool. Fucking Miss Chalice has another video about The Undertaker. That's remarkably dope. Miss Chalice kicks ass. She fucking kills it 24/7, my dudes.
What's up, weirdos? Talking vulnerably to a human being about your problems who is trained specifically in how to help you process, understand, and better your...
That was a solid maybe. Film Cooper videos for the win. I feel like Benny and Johnson are about to, like, I don't know, Benny Johnson? I just feel like this is gonna be weird because there's a person like in a fucking suit. FBI has been protecting Charlie Kirk killer's transgender boyfriends. They probably have to, like, honestly. Like, the FBI does not let fucking domestic terror of any sort fly, and that would include threats against someone who might have been present, but not, like, participant in that kind of action. So, you know, that is, like, actually a very reasonable thing if they are doing it. It's like, bro, the feds protect people. The feds keep you, your grandma, your auntie safe from everyone from vegans turned eco-terrorists to supremacists of all sorts. Yeah, that's like kind of cool. I actually like them. They are one of the few, groups that don't actually piss me off. What are we really meant to feel when we hear the stuff? Oh, we've been listening off and on to, like, to rabbinic studies because we can. We're doing our slow trawl through all the Abrahamic folks. I'm just like, apparently now, wait, Kim faked being a lawyer and now she became one on TV and failed. That's fucking weird. Ooh, there's a little Danky video. Biggest liar hit rock bottom. That is pretty fucking up. That is pretty cool. We're just gonna actually let Film Cooper take it away for a minute. That sounds cozy. Yeah, we're doing it. I don't give a fuck. I'll be on for a little longer. Like, I just can. Fuck it. Fuck it.
What's up, weirdos? Talking vulnerably to a human being about your problems who is trained specifically in how to help you process, understand, and better your mental health. Why would I do that when I could just jump in a big old pit of snakes while you tickle my feet?
I want to talk to somebody who will incrementally help me with my mental health.
Why don't you light me on fire and scrape the inside of my eyelids with a razor blade? These are real types of therapy that people all across the globe are doing, but shockingly some of them actually do work, so I want to do a deep dive into the world of alternative therapy and actually look at the research behind some of the craziest things that people are doing around the world. This feels like I'm doing like a cool video. This is Cujo, who specializes in snake massages, and if we can look past the magnificent hat that he has, you'll see that his practice is just inviting people in, telling them to relax.
Just take a seat and relax.
And then he just covers her body with snakes. I do not know how you can say relax and then do this. Now, according to the people who are actually doing the snake massages, they say that the larger ones, like the corn and king snakes, by the way, these are way bigger than a corn or a king snake. Corn or king snakes like this thick, these things are like big. Like those are Burmese pythons they're putting on those people. But they say that the big ones provide a deep, kneading massage. And apparently that's better than a human being like doing it who knows how to rub. And for all of these, I'm gonna have stuff like this, like peer-reviewed legit research papers. Like this research paper titled Salmonella Prevalence in Cerevar Distribution in Reptiles, a Systemic Review and Meta-Analysis. Now this research is the first comprehensive meta-analysis to estimate the worldwide prevalence of salmonella in both wild and captive reptiles, and their findings were that snakes had the highest percentage of like carrying salmonella, 63.1%, in wild and caught ones, which, you know, okay, salmonella bad, salmonella gonna make you sick, nobody wants salmonella, but you gotta hope that these people are doing stuff to like prevent salmonella, like maybe they're cleaning it, because we see that they are fully on the people's skins, like all over their faces. But if you go to arav.org, which stands for Association of Reptile and Amphibian Veterinarians, they say that attempts to treat asymptomatic reptiles and amphibians with antibiotics to eliminate salmonella from their intestinal tract have not been demonstrated to be effective. And not just that, but doing so is not recommended as it may increase the risk of emergence of antimicrobial resistant salmonella strains. So these fuckers definitely have salmonella and they're going all in these people's mouths and eyes. But, and this is very important, we're not trying to not get salmonella, we're trying to get a great ass massage.
Cooper, I'm gonna do mouthwash. I'm gonna wash my face. I'm gonna wash my skin. I'm not gonna get salmonella. The massage is worth the risk.
What if I took you to pnas.org? No, I didn't say that. I said PNAS, because they have a research article which has my favorite title I've ever seen, The Mechanics of Slithering Locomotion. That's exactly what I want to hear. They're talking about, in another great pair of words, demonstrating that snake propulsion on flat ground, like how snakes like move on the ground and like effectively what that is. But I love the term snake propulsion. And they're talking like high level like science type words, but the findings that they had were essentially that the way that they move is specifically designed to glide by minimizing resistance and doing everything like laterally. So everything it's saying is that snakes aren't like going down. Like snakes don't go down. They're not kneading you. The way that they're moving is actually as resistant towards kneading your muscles as possible. So not only are you getting salmonella, the massage is way worse than if just like your dog walked over you. Not to mention, there is no way that it's relaxing to cover yourself in snakes. So unfortunately, and I hate to say this to all the snake masseuses out there, it's more of like...
Yeah, I mean, I like snakes as much as, if not more than the next gal. But like, I had no idea this existed. People covering themselves in snakes for a fucking free massage. Not free, probably cost a fuckload of money. But that's just fucking bananas. Like, in no way is that not fucking bananas. I'm gonna get the parachute next, so I can glide. Like, I'm playing the Legend of Zilga.
Like, if you want to get creepy and freaky and get a snake on you, chill. But if you're trying to get like a deep tissue kneading massage, like get a massage. But what about giggling? What about getting in a room full of people in Memphis, Tennessee and giggling real loud? This is a thing that's actually pretty big. It's called laughter yoga. And luckily for us, we don't have to just watch this one. We actually have some great teachers who've put out online videos to help guide us through this process. This is a free lesson we can take right now from laughter guru himself, Dr. Madan Kataria. And I'm gonna do it with him, and I would ask you all to do it along with me, and let's experience this together.
Pose your hands like paws of
I do not want to do it with Dr. Madan. Thank you.
We look crazy right now. I don't know if I'm supposed to be feeling something, but I do feel happy when I do that.
Then you laugh from the belly, and it's a very good exercise for your abdominal muscles, for your throat, for your facial exercise. So let's try
laughter
it out.
Yoga?
Lion laughter. 1, 2,
oh,
3.
No. Can we just like put these people on the same island as the homeopaths?
Madon,
and just let them all like
freaking me out,
Darwin
guru.
awarded out.
That's
maybe.
Okay, but I'm gonna try it. I mean, I'm feeling lightheaded. I don't know. I'm smiling. I feel good. Wow, maybe the laughter guru is onto something. Before we keep going, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, ZocDoc. There was a time where I didn't go to the dentist for like 2 years, which I know is bad, but like I kept moving, like there's a lot, I don't know, booking an appointment, it was like difficult. It felt like I was getting overwhelmed. By just Googling dentist, that feels not right. Because how do you know if they're going to be good? How do you know if they're going to take your insurance? Mentally, it just feels like such a big hassle, so I would keep putting it off until my tooth start hurting. I go, oh, okay. Then I go to ZocDoc, because ZocDoc is a free website where you can search and compare high quality in-network doctors. You can filter by who takes your insurance, who's nearby, who has availability that works for you, plus there are thousands of verified patient reviews, so you can actually see what other patients think before you book. You can see their real actual appointment openings and availability right there. There's no calling, no waiting on hold, no guessing, you just click, and most appointments happen within 24 to 72 hours. Sometimes they even have same-day availability, so stop putting your health off like I did. Go to ZocDoc.com/FilmCooper. It's also linked in the description to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. Thank you for being patient. Now I got one more thing to tell you about the laughter guru. That was so much fun. I bet when he does this with a big old group of people, it's such a fun vibe and not scary at all. Okay, that a little bit looks like it's from The Walking Dead, but okay, maybe I just need to actually be there. I don't know, Dr. Madan kind of freaking me out. How about a lesson from the Mayo Clinic? I don't even really know what the Mayo Clinic is, but like I know the name. Oh, it says right here, it's an accredited US hospital. Okay. And this is Amy Kuth, a certified yoga laughter instructor at the Mayo Clinic. What's her instructional video look like? Oh my God.
Bring your hands on your belly. Now repeat after me. Ha. Ha. Ha ha. Ha ha.
Like, the Mayo Clinic does have some good publications, but this is why criticality in a very piece by piece basis is really awesome. Yeah, just not every publication, not all the even Nature has had to issue retractions, and they're fairly fucking on point.
The camera guy's sitting there watching this like,
there is no way this is real.
But keep going, Amy. I gotta see a little bit more.
Ho. Ho. Ho ho. Ho ho.
Ho. Ho ho. Ho 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 ho. Ha. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. No, No. I'm feeling very, very evil. I think this is bringing out a bad side in me. I shouldn't be doing this. Oh, crap. I fricked up my lights. Is it okay if it's a little purple? I don't want to change it. By the way, shout out Ringo Starr. I bought that. Ah! Hello? Okay, ignore that. Anyways, where was I? The fuck are you laughing at? I didn't even make a joke. Okay, now, this is the craziest thing of all time. When you look into the actual research behind this, this is from the Laughter Yoga International website, so obviously they're biased, but their claim is that the concept of laughter yoga is based on scientific studies, which has proved that the body cannot differentiate between intentional and real laughter. This is a research paper done by the International Journal on the Biology of Stress, and the research is titled "Laughter Yoga Reduces the Cortisol Response to Acute Stress in Healthy Individuals." In this research study, they investigated the acute effects of a single 30-minute laughter yoga session on the autonomic, endocrine, and psychological response to a standardized psychological stressor. Okay, so they're testing if it actually works for what laughter yoga claims. And they said that their findings highlighted the potential of laughter yoga to buffer the endocrine stress response, and that it therefore could be used as a cheap and easily to implement add-on to more traditional stress interventions. So like, if you have like a lot of like issues in mental health and stuff, laughter yoga doesn't do everything, but it does work, which is supported by this other research article. I love doing videos where I get to look at research articles. I feel like Vsauce. This one's back to PubMed, and it's titled "A Comparison of the Cardiovascular Effects of Simulated and Spontaneous Laughter to See How It Affects the Heart." And their results were that the simulated laughter actually had a significantly higher heart rate. And just one more on this one, because I find this one like kind of hard to believe, so I wanted to like bring up multiple different articles. This one is from the magazine Complementary Therapies in Medicine, and it's titled "Potential Health Benefits of Simulated Laughter." And its findings were that while the human mind can make a distinction between simulated and spontaneous laughter, the human body cannot. Either way, health-related outcomes are deemed to be produced. This blew my mind. I thought this whole video was just gonna be roasting a bunch of things. Your guru Madan is right. Like I actually just lowered my stress. So throughout the rest of this video, and I think for the rest of my career on YouTube, whenever I get stressed out, I'm gonna do a little lion laughter.
Y'all, if ever you have to question if simulated events have the same impact as otherwise, just remember, some bitches have panic attacks. And those don't work any less, and sometimes can be more devastating than like otherwise encountered fear. It's bananas.
How Zeus gave birth to Athena through his head, meaning Zeus kind of got a head pussy. And it kind of looked like, look at the nose, gentlemen. We found it. The author Arthur Genove's theory is that all mental illness stems from repressed childhood trauma or, quote, primal pain that stays trapped in the body. The only proposed cure is to shatter your defense mechanisms by physically screaming and convulsing, which allegedly forces you to relive all trauma and then purge it, which has resulted in some dude in Chicago starting a scream club where a bunch of people gather together and scream one time into the water while he gives a motivational speech that I can only describe as he thinks he's gonna be a cult leader a little bit.
Chance to let it all out. Anything you're holding on to, this is your opportunity. Going in 3, 2, 1.
And I gotta be honest, I love that. That looks like a fun time. A bunch of people gathering together, screaming into the water, but they only scream one time and then they just do a little woo! I love that guy who's like in the foreground, like the one who's nearest to us, because he was not just screaming, like he was screaming something. I heard, and I doubt that this is what he's saying, but what I heard was Star Justice! So maybe he's got an alter ego. We might have a vigilante walking amongst us named Star Justice! And he fights crime by screaming at a big lake. I understand why this seems like it would be something, because it's like, you yell, you get it out of your system. Sometimes when you're like so mad, you just want to put a pillow in your face and just scream. I like understand the psychological draw to do it. And if I were a betting man before anything else, I would thought, well, if laughter yoga has something, then surely this has something too. But according to a research study done by Brad J. Bushman from Iowa State University, he described this ideology of like the scream therapy, like the punching, getting it out, get it out of your system, as cathartic catharsis theory. And he says catharsis theory predicts that rumination works best, but empirical evidence is lacking. Rumination is like when you're going, you know what I mean? And in this study, he got people who were angry at somebody and then had them think about that person while punching a punching bag. And then afterwards, I don't know how he got the people they were angry at to actually show up, but he had them blast really loud noises at the people that they were angry at. I don't know how this research got approved, but the findings of this study were the people in this rumination group felt angrier than people did in the distraction or control group, where people just thought about something else. They found that they were also more aggressive and that doing nothing at all was more effective than venting anger. So all it really does is just make you more upset, more angry, and more aggressive. So, if you want to go get angry and get aggressive in Chicago, just go over to the lake once a month and scream, "Star Justice!" Or you could ho, 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 he, he, Stop looking at me like that. What the hell? I think Ringo Starr put a ghost in there. Is that? I don't want to say John Lennon. John? I don't know. But if laughter therapy works, what about tickle therapy? What if I pop my piggies out and you tickle them with the feather, please? Check this out. This is a YouTube video and I can't emphasize this enough. It's 24 seconds long and I'm not cutting around anything. This is how it starts. Yeah.
That's horrifying. Just instant
that's
laughing
a tickle
at the
therapist.
start of
She
a
says
video.
she's a tickle therapist. She's an
Fucking
ASMR
terrifying.
professional tickle therapist. It doesn't really, the camera angle, feels like we're not in a professional environment. Feels like she's like, I'm a tickle therapist. And then some guy comes over and he's like, oh yeah, pay me to tickle you. Yeah, I'll pay you to tickle my feet. And then she just tickles his toes and he starts, doing what we saw. I wonder if this counts as therapy or, is he going there to get better mentally or is he going there to get a little bit of a desire out of his system? It feels filthy. I'm sorry. I don't even want to go back and look at that again. But she says she's doing professional tickle therapy. So I try. But there's also another tickle therapist I found while doing research for this video. I'm gonna play 3 seconds of it. Yeah, that's a guy. I think for sure gonna have to blur that. It's, just the torso. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just a guy getting tickled. And if we look at research behind it, research paper written for American scientists titled "The Mystery of Ticklish Laughter" kind of talks about how, tickling it doesn't feel good. And it refers to the heavy kind of tickling as gargalesis. It basically found out that, laughter yoga, there's real benefits to it, but gargalesis, I love that term for heavy tickling. Gargalesis is more of a reflex than laughter, and it doesn't actually have the same benefits, but the guys in the videos liked it. I think I'll just also say real quick, for cerebral cortex, an article was written exploring the neurological effects of tickling, on the brain. And basically, laughter, real laughter, your brain lights up the nucleus accumbens, which is the reward center. But when you're tickled, what it lights up is the hypothalamus, which is also in charge of fight or flight, which obviously, when you're getting tickled, that's what it feels like. Meaning, it's not releasing happy chemicals, it's releasing stress, which means that if you did this, it would help you deal with being tickled next time. But I think I want to move on past this one because now that I'm watching the video again while you're here, I don't know if I think that she's a real tickle therapist. Or if she is, I think that her clients are not looking for therapy. But maybe they should be. Guys, come on, seriously, you don't have to. Come on, for real. That's not funny, thank you. For this next one, after we've talked about snake therapy, there might be some people thinking, but I feel like when you're with an animal that you like if you're with an animal, if you're a snake guy, if you're a snake person, first of all, you're a snake person? Oh my, are you Medusa? But if you like snakes, maybe you would enjoy it. But there's another type of animal therapy that has shocking benefits. Yup, you guessed it. cow cuddling.
It's a new trend and a new tool. A lot of people are like, you're using cows? And I'm like, yeah, we are. We're using cows.
I mean, those dudes who are cuddling the cows right now, I would love to hang out with them and talk about Magic the Gathering because we would connect on that. By the way, real Magic heads, I'm trying to build a commander deck where I'm like a Saruman, like orc farming type thing. Okay, anyways, what if I told you that this just straight up works? It just is legitimately beneficial and great for you. Well, unfortunately, no, not unfortunately, it actually is. It's great. We know that because of this research article titled Cow Cuddling, Cognitive Considerations in Bovine Assisted Therapy. I love words like this just like popping up and I'm reading them. This is such a fun video to make. Of course, there's a lot of different things that are like therapeutic animals. Like we know about like therapy dogs, therapy pets, like cats, but it found that cows have special behavioral traits that allows them to bond with people in a way that is unique to their size and temperament. So basically because of how big they are, they're so big that when you're hugging them, it's like, wow, I'm hugging something this big and it's that sweet. You're sitting there hugging it and you're like, and your body's going, I feel great right now. It's a true thing. And in the article, they're talking about how this is like a thing in the Netherlands where people, if you're Dutch, please let me know if this is like actually like a Netherlands type thing. But apparently it's like a tradition if you're like in city life to travel out to the countryside and spend time with farm animals, which makes sense to me because anytime I'm at
I don't even have to travel to spend time with farm animals. I can go to a like nice farmer's house.
Not just because they're big, we
and
like animals,
I'm gonna be honest,
but they have a body temperature
the cows
of
scare the shit out of me.
so they're like warm. And they have a resting heart rate of 48 to 84 BPM, which is a lot slower than a stressed human body or just like a regular human body in general. So if you're laying on it, you're feeling that heartbeat, it's warm, it's big, it's heavy, you're hugging it, it actually does do something more than just because you like a cow. Like look at this, this looks so much fun. That is so cute. Wait a second, cow cuddling 30 minutes from Houston? Boy, let me tell you what, it felt good down there at the cow cuddling pasture. I had a couple of heifers, the little one named Chip. Chip, I love you, Chip. Not to mention the big girl named Amarillo, who Why am I getting therapy with a cow? Well, you know, it's just a fun time out there at the cow cuddling pasture, and if I were kindly to direct your attention over here, this is when I started petting that little goat lip. God, I love a goat lip. Okay, I'm back. That was amazing. But speaking of cows, hey, cows eat hay.
Right, that's kind of the thing. And it's like cows are generational trauma with an attitude, bro. Like, I'm not gonna fuck around with them. Like, sorry. I'm gonna give them a wide fucking berth and pretend like they won't kill me if I fucking step at them incorrectly. Because they will. Because I can be extinguished in but a second. Because I don't want that. I know to give cows space. I know what can happen to me. So I give them their space. Because I want to fucking live.
And cover you with all of this. Like fully in a sarcophagus of hay. Now, this is kind of like a niche type of therapy in, you know, that area where they talk about like this. But what happens when you're covered in wet fermenting hay is that it's releasing a lot of heat. And then it's going into you, naturally heating up to 104 to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. If you're in Celsius, we're talking 40 to 60. If you're talking Kelvin, I don't know what the fuck a Kelvin is and I'm scared. Now, okay, it's called balneotherapy, and there's an article written about it called The Effect of Balneotherapy on Pain Relief, Stiffness,
Kelvin's the only appropriate system of measurement.
Arthritis of the knee, a meta-analysis, okay. Now, their findings were, it worked, and a meta-analysis is like when they're studying studies. There were 8 different ones, which had 359 cases and then 375 control groups. In the article, they wrote, our meta-analysis indicates that balneotherapy was clinically effective in relieving pain and stiffness and improving function as assessed by Womack score, which is, of course, the Western Ontario and McMaster Universities of Osteoarthritis. So when I'm seeing this, I'm like, oh, that's awesome. That's so cool. That's great. Then they followed it up with this sentence. However, there was high heterogeneity, 88 to 93%. I was reading that going, what the hell is heterogeneity? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You sound crazy.
Heterogeneity.
Kind of said it right. Heterogeneity embodies the variation found within and between studies, often complicating analyses, but enriching the understanding of diverse contexts. Okay, what the hell? I'm sitting there trying to figure out what that... What I found out is that if the heterogeneity like is a high percentage, it basically means that the studies are all over the place. If it was 0% heterogeneity, that would mean every single study had the exact same result. But if it's really high, it means that one study's like, oh, it's a miracle. Another one's like, it barely works. So we're talking 88 to 93% heterogeneity in this article. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about with like,
oh yeah, it works.
And then the next sentence said,
but it only works sometimes and other times it doesn't.
Okay, well then what are you researching? Okay. They worked really hard on it and they wrote a lot of words and they used big words, so I'm proud of them. But guys, you were misleading me. I kind of think that because of the heterogeneity, I'm not gonna really say it works. But what I will say that I found out is that the fermentation of the hay releases something called coumarin,
which is an aromatic organic chemical compound with formula carbon 9, hydrogen 6, oxygen 2. Its molecule can be described as a benzene molecule. Okay, nerd!
What it do though? Well, it's a chemical that acts as like a mild sedative and blood thinner. So as it's like fermenting and you're laying in that hot hay, if you're not allergic to it, like I am, I'd just be itching like crazy. But it's also kind of doing drug-induced bacteria cooking on you. So if you're interested in that, go to Austria. What if I just fucking lit you on fire?
Imagine lying on a table and instead of a traditional massage, a light fire on your back. This technique, used in traditional Chinese medicine, promises to relieve pain and improve circulation with
I don't want y'all to do that to me. So it's a traditional Chinese thing that's supposed to like relieve pain, and according to what they're talking about, like traditional Chinese medicine, look, am I gonna sit here and act like I know a lot about traditional Chinese medicine because I did research for this video? Yes, I'm an expert. I'm not an expert, but from my understanding, there is this concept in traditional Chinese medicine of dampness. This is all coming from like sources where like they're talking about this like from a place of they know about it. Dampness is like sluggish, feeling heavy, fatigue, brain fog, digestive issues like bloating, acne. There's a lot of things that it relates to. They have like internal and external dampness as like this term. And this fire therapy is supposed to be one way of cleansing it. Acupuncture is the much more popular, much more well-known thing of doing it. And some of this stuff gets a little bit into like spirituality a little bit. But if I'm going into a clinic and they're gonna light me on fire, I am gonna look up what that's supposed to happen. And it's supposed to, when you light this towel on fire on top of you, it's supposed to like suck the dampness from you. You know what I mean? Don't act like, I'm not acting like I'm an expert, but it's trying to suck the dampness from you. This was written by the Minki Natural Healthcare. And they talked about it because I want to like show those sources so it's not just me talking out of my ass. But what they do in fire therapy, like what is literally happening is the area is covered with a towel soaked in alcohol, which is then lit. And allegedly the curing substances of the herbs will be carried directly to the affected organ, which will provide an immediate response at the local level. Now, this medicine, like it does kind of delve into some realms of spirituality. Like they're talking about ki a little bit. Like they're talking about all sorts of stuff, which is like, what are you gonna disprove ki? I'm not trying to say anything in regards
My
to that.
face is sidewaysing because he mispronounces QI as. I'm just done, bro.
Does that have benefits that have been shown other than being like hard as fuck? I'm honestly going to try to pronounce it. I'm sorry, I don't speak the language, but Dingzhong Wang Wei in public platform, a well-known medical academic exchange platform in China. So this is in China, published an article titled The 10 Billion Healthcare Empire, I'm sorry, and the Chinese families in its shadow. This healthcare empire. Guangzhong. I gotta look up how to say it. Guangzhong. Okay, I think it's Guangzhong. Okay, I looked it up. It's a company that does a lot of fire therapy, and there was like a big like explosive like, okay, let's actually see if this is actually doing anything or if they're just like manipulating people and just trying to get a bunch of money out of them and like scamming them. Well, this article that was investigating that cited several cases of death caused by fire therapy by the Guangzhong company. They found that the risk factor of this method is very high and its clinical efficacy has not been confirmed by rigorous scientific research. So essentially, if you go into a room and somebody covers you in an alcohol-soaked towel and then lights it on fire, it is scary. Like that is scary. And is it going to do anything for you? It's not been confirmed that it's going to do anything for you other than potentially kill you. And if you're somebody who's interested in things like ki, there's a lot of different ways where you can get involved with that, like acupuncture, which is a lot less lighting you on fire. Like this one, his face is exposed, the flames are right there. The person who's doing it is just like, hey, lighting it on fire. So calm, so confident, so like it seems like, yeah, they know what they're doing, but my face is right there and there's fire. Like there's no way that I would ever do that. Like, That's not crazy. That's not crazy to not want to do that. I'm looking at people and they're supposed to be getting like therapized right now. There is no way that that is actually going to be good. It's going on for so long and he's lit on fire. Like, are you out of your mind? There's no world, especially when I know that like people do die from that I would ever do anything like that. So I'm going to say fire therapy, good. I think fire therapy, great. And I feel bad with some of these, if they're like traditional medicine and like, it's like, I don't want to be like, you know what I mean? But if I'm making a video about alternative therapy and some guy's getting lit on fire, I'm gonna have to include it. Like I have to. But what about throwing yourself down the stairs? What about that? You ever consider throwing yourself down the stairs? Because Michelle Lang sure has. Michelle! Oh, Michelle, yes! She reminds me of a young Justin Trudeau. You know what? I actually do understand why he's with Katy Perry. Now, what does the research say about giving yourself a jolt of joy? What's the research gonna say about giving myself a jolt of joy by falling down the stairs? What if I told you that it's like actual? Don't do it. Do not do that. You are going to get hurt. Do not do it. But this is a research paper titled Glad to Be Sad and Other Examples of Benign Masochism. It found that this type of thing is like, it's actually similar to like you want to see a sad movie. You want to see a scary movie. They found that 29 different initially aversive activities are shown to produce pleasure, hedonic reversals in substantial numbers. So it's legit. But the thing is, this is not that benign. Like you are throwing yourself down the stairs. It's like you could just watch a sad movie. It's like the thrill seeking of it. It does like biologically have the same response as say eating a ghost pepper, where if you watch Good Mythical Morning, they're always talking about,
I feel like I'm high.
Anytime they eat a hot pepper,
I feel like I'm high.
Because it is a real thing. That's why Hot Ones is like that. That's why they're all like, ah. And it's the same type of thing. I don't do it though. Because like there's another article that kind of supports it titled Voluntary Risk Seeking in the Risk Society Explaining Involvement in Edge Work. I don't like you saying edge work, but it found that participants in edge work, it has a different connotation, guys. You should have used a different word. But that people like Justin Trudeau, when they do something like that, they genuinely feel more alive. It's like a heightened sense of self-realization, self-actualization, self-determination. So like, you know how in Fight Club, he's like,
we're a nation of guys pumping gas. Oh, no, we take my shirt off, I'm Jack. Let's punch each other.
You know what I mean? Like, this is not good. This is not good. There's gotta be other ways. Just eat a hot pepper. Eat some horseradish. You'll get the same effects. You'll get the same benefits. Don't go punching people. Don't don't fall down the stairs. Don't do any of that. She is getting a jolt of joy. Like the jolt is happening. It is happening. Unfortunately, it is. But don't do it. Like, don't do it. But you know what? She puts on pads and she also kind of, when she's rolling, is just, I don't know. It's like when I see she's gonna fall down the stairs and then I see her like kind of baby rolling down it. It's kind of sweet. This is like an airsoft gun. I'm just like fidgeting with it. And there's one more titled The Costs of Pleasure and the Benefits of Pain. Oh, I love all the article titles. It's written by Dickel Solomon. And it found that like the stimulus, AKA her falling, puts in motion this other process, which is like this wave of euphoria. And it found that like the wave of euphoria lasts longer than the falling down the stairs and like the scary part. And the more that you do it, the shorter the scary part is and the longer the like euphoric feeling is. So it's like, unfortunately her jolt of joy is so legit, but I just want her to not fall down the stairs. I want her to eat horseradish. I want her to eat a ghost pepper. You can do this type of thing without actually like being in harm's way, or you could just or hug a cow, you know what I mean? Now, what about getting on your back, taking your pants off, and putting that booty towards the sun? That's going on. This is the, most censored version of a video of what this is, and I'm not gonna show you any other types of videos because you know what I'm talking about. It's the type of thing where you see a white dude with dreadlocks and he's got his legs in the air and nothing else, and it's kind of, A lot of people in like that, like kind of like alternative, like type of vibe are into that sort of thing. And you know, I mean, it's like I get the vibe of it. Like
oh, I bet the man that Coop's talking about is sunning his balls
down there where the sun don't shine. How about I make the sun shine right on it? Now, allegedly, it's supposed to like fill you with energy. There's kind of like this Taoist thing
sunning.
where it's like the gateway of life. I don't know if my butthole is what I would call the gateway of life. I feel like my butt's a little bit more like an exit. Oh, come on, guys, come on. It's just me. I'm gonna be here all day. Thank you, for real. Thank you. Unfortunately, the New England Journal of Medicine published an article titled "Genital Tumors Among." We don't even have to go on past that. But they're talking about your skin and its sensitivity towards UV radiation, which is kind of what the sun's shooting out at you. That's why you get a sunburn. Down there, by the way, it's like if it's open, like everything's open down there. They found that the skin down there is not twice as sensitive, not 3 times as sensitive, 10 times, not even 10 times, 100 times, not even 100 times, 286 times as sensitive to UV radiation. Meaning you do that, bro, you're gonna get cancer. Like, bro, you might feel like your gateway's getting a lot of sunlight, but you're gonna have Dr. Robbie from the pit in a couple months just trying to shave off a little tumor. I'd say just don't do it as much as you want to do it. And or you know what, if you do it, soak up in a bunch of sunscreen, but don't get too involved with yourself down there. I know when you're rubbing sunscreen down there, you're gonna want to get involved with yourself. Do not get your hands off of that. But I don't even think we need that research article because my favorite example against this is Josh Brolin's Instagram page where he said, tried this perineum sunning that I've been hearing about and my suggestion is do not do it as long as I did. My pucker hole is crazy burned and I was going to spend the day shopping with my family and instead I'm icing and using aloe and burn creams because of the severity of the pain. I don't know who the fuck thought of this stupid shit, but fuck you nonetheless. Seriously. And then he said, hashtag Black Hole Friday. And if that hashtag wasn't enough, he said hashtag severe perineum burns. Thanos, you do not need to be hashtagging severe perineum burns. He for real was there, butt booty naked, legs in the air, saying, and there I was, watching the sun set on a grateful universe. Guys, it's just a classic Thanos joke. It's just a classic Thanos joke. I'm gonna be here all night. So yeah, that one's a big but I have got one that is gonna turn this whole thing around. What about putting a straight razor inside of your eye and scraping your eyelid? This is a 62-year-old dude in Chengdu, China named Zhang Gaowu, and what he does, okay, first of all, look at the razor, look at his fingers. Yeah. Let's pause right here. Let's not take another step forward. Let's not even go to the. That's what he does. Yeah, he takes that straight razor, puts a little dab of something on it, just the top half, and then goes. Okay, you know what? I'm going to blur it for you, but watch it for me, and you can just watch my expression. You can really process what's happening here. No. Okay. I don't want to watch any more of that. Let's just get into does it work or not. I'm just going to say real quick, it does not work when you are reusing the same straight razor and just kind of squirting a little bit of a spray on it and then scraping the inside of the eye.
Sty removal?
Working on the street.
I think you're not supposed to remove your styes either. No, I think that was just someone scraping someone else's inside of their fucking eyelid. Probably to free it up of gunk.
You know why I'm crying? Because you're stabbing my eye! Well, it's stimulating tear production, actually, because you're stabbing my eye!
Here's an article titled, Please Don't Shave the Inside of Your Eyelid, where they are specifically talking about this guy.
Oh, they're shaving the inside of their eyelid. And again, like, yeah, totally. Removing styes with your fucking, like, anything, just let it sit. Otherwise, if you want to be blind, you know, like, I need my contact lenses and or glasses to see. If you just want to not see because the world's too fucking much, go right the fuck ahead, I guess, you know, remove a sty. But I'm advising against it because I don't think you want to be blinded. I mean, you know, maybe you do one eye, then you're blind out of one eye. One of my friends is blind out of one eye. I'm just saying, it's harder to drive, and I can't drive, but I'm sure at least you like driving. So maybe just don't do it. Just don't do it.
I can shave you, I can cut your hair, but that's all good. I mean, I could shave the inside of your eyelid if you wanted me to. Some guy's like, really? Wait, I'm actually so down. Imagine being the first guy who's like down for that. Hey young man, those eyes look a little bit crusty. Mind if I squirt a little alcohol and shave that bad boy up?
Sure, I'd love that.
Wait.
You know what? Sure, I'd actually love that. Maybe it'll be able to get rid of my prescription. Go on, then.
So you know, hug a cow. Hug a cow. Do a little laugh yoga. Don't go soaking towels in alcohol and lighting people on fire. Don't be stabbing people in the eye. Don't fall down the stairs, but do eat a spoonful of horseradish, but don't fall down the stairs. Don't put a bunch of snakes all over your body expecting to get a deep tissue massage. They're gonna gyrate, they're back and forth, they're not going down. Don't ever tickle my feet like that. And don't do scream therapy unless you wanna get angry. Unless you wanna get real angry. But do get a bath in decomposing hay if you want like a 2% chance of it working, or maybe not. An article said,
oh, it definitely works. 1% of the time.
But don't go open those legs up in the air butt booty naked. You're gonna get some trouble down there and you don't want that. But do subscribe to my channel.
This was such a fun video to make, y'all. I'm so, by the way, like so fucking stoked that Ringo Starr, he signed it. He signed it. I'm gonna get like a golden frame and I'm gonna hang it up. I am having so much fun making a video like this. I filmed for longer than I expected. This is gonna be a long ass video, but if you're still watching, let's just go subscribe to the Coop channel as well. I don't know, just, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I guess I don't know.
Sty removal sounds like a good way to like tell someone that you've been dreaming of like, oh, I don't know, them murdering you is what it sounds like. It sounds like a good way to tell someone that you dream about them murdering you. I'm not saying anyone should do it, they shouldn't do it, but it sounds like that's what someone's asking for. So that's fucking wild. And then just shaving your the inside of your fucking eyelid. That sounds fucking... I was gonna say metal, but that's a misspeak. Nah, it just sounds like a good way to fucking sign up for an execution that no one asked for. Nice. Not nice. Not nice at all. Fucking horrifying. Absolutely fucking horrifying. I like how this game is like massacring my input. Hold on, we're gonna get back out of game for now. I'll be back to it later on tonight. Like it's alright. I'm not complaining too terribly much. I have some patience for this. This is cozy. We've yet to get guns, but one day we'll get guns. Maybe. Or maybe I won't play that long. You never know with me. My attention span's about as long as... You know, my attention span is about as long as an insert your great-grandfather's penis joke here. That'll be fine. Wait, the $20 million Twitch streamer show scam? That's 6 minutes of yes, please. What the fuck else is here? I was going to hop into, like, other game for a bit, but I'm kind of dumb. The Surge 2 is nice. I got on Monster Hunter Wilds earlier today, but I haven't played in so long, so I was like, what the fuck? I think I actually finished getting everything on Automata. I think all that's left is the Emil fight. I'm like pretty sure that's like the last thing remaining is the Emil fight. which is amazing. Like, pretty sure. I don't fucking know. Probably. Maybe. I don't fucking know. Stuff. Everything's upgraded. All the things are gotten. I don't fucking know. Something. Something. I don't know. Bug it. Words. We'll probably go back to staring at the Abrahamic folks and playing Terra Invicta soon. I really do like that game. I think we'll start again and do better resource use from the start so I don't fuck myself getting to space for early games that aren't really worth it. Just mandatory people having to sell their children to the alien hive mind. Holy fuck, that game is good. The most disturbing ways prehistoric humans died. By being born. That's definitely the biggest one. Being born is the top killer of prehistoric humans.
I promise I'm like not trying to scam you guys. I apologize I didn't do more research beforehand.
Currently, there's a project called $1 Million Fan. It's a reality TV show with a $20 million prize pool. Yeah, $20 million. But honestly, this reality TV show should be called $1 Million Scam. The giant prize pool alone should have been the first red flag. This project was heavily promoted by streamers and even Reddit, which of course led to everyone asking the same question. Is this even real? And the answer may come to shock you, but not really. No, of course not. This is a scam. This scam really blew up when the streamer Extra Emily addressed it live on stream. She explained that the opportunity was presented to her by her talent agency, and of course she agreed to promote it. She later apologized, saying she had to promote it and didn't research enough. Supposedly she knew nothing about the scam. I want to be clear, I don't think Extra Emily intentionally tried to scam her audience. But even a toddler can see that this was a scam from the beginning.
What do you think? I think it's some kind of scam. Oh good, a scam! We'll do it.
Her name was heavily used on the official $1 Million Fan website, which made fans believe that she was in on the scam. There were so many red flags. These red flags were impossible to miss, and yet, somehow, they were missed by Extra Emily and her talent agency. Something smells fishy. By the time I started to research for this project, I mean of course scam, allegedly, they had the audacity to completely delete the entire social media presence. No Twitter, no website, nothing. That's a scummy way in saying, oops, you caught us. They took down their official website, but lucky for us, a website called Wayback Machine exists. It's an archive. From what I can see in the archives, when visiting the official website, on the landing page, the first thing we see is an image of a large mansion. And you think, oh wow, they really went all the way and rented a mansion. But the exact image has been traced back to be generated by AI. They couldn't even take a real photo of a real mansion. Of course it was fake, like this whole project. AI and multi-million-dollar scams go hand in hand. And then there's the ridiculous prize money. This project claims to have a prize pool of $20 million. For context, that amount would exceed even Mr. Beast's reality TV show Beast Games, with a $10 million prize pool. It was backed by Amazon, one of the largest corporations on the planet. And you are telling me somehow this unknown project with no real production team that came out of nowhere was offering double of that? Impossible. How stupid do you think we are? According to the website, $1 Million Fan was supposed to be a competition where creators and the fans participate together in real-world challenges. Sounds like a decent idea, until you realize there are actually zero details about this project. No filming locations, no human beings, no timeline, nothing. No explanation on how any of this would even work. Just some random marketing buzzwords and empty promises. Everything is so useless. If we look through the website, like for example the About Us page, there's no production company listed, or any human beings. Everything is so empty. But now, this is where it gets interesting. The partners section lists several affiliated brands and platforms. Some listed partners link to sketchy websites, which promote essential oils and supplements, while others appear to be incomplete. But one partner stands out, because it's the first real one, a subreddit.
If there is an essential oil brand that makes an essential oil blend called fucking The fuck was this? Called fucking aimbot anti-tilt. Like, bro, friends don't let friends do essential oils anyway. That's fucking weird. The whole, like, this whole fucking shit for 20 million? What the fuck, dude? Like, holy shit, bro. The $1 million fan project sounds like... I don't know. I feel like the kind of people that fell for this for the same people that, like, when there's a Facebook thing and it's like, what's your mother's maiden name? We're trying to break into your bank.
Reddit partnered with the scammers. The first promotional post for $1 million fan originally appeared on Reddit, but it has been deleted since. However, we know exactly who posted it. It was a moderator named Tarot Card. From the information I gathered, he was the only moderator in on the scam. The others were clueless as we are. He deleted most of his posts, but some comments are still visible. He claims he wasn't paid to promote this scam, which is hard to believe. He only thought it was an interesting opportunity to get the subreddit's name out there. As you can see from the comments, he's also the type of person who would really buy magic beans. But honestly, even if that is true, that he didn't know that it was a scam, that somehow makes it even worse. Promoting a scam for free is just embarrassing. Take the L. So how does this scam work? Users could register an account on the $1 Million Fan website and purchase creator-branded digital items, whatever that's supposed to mean. Buying these items would give you additional entries in the competition. This website repeatedly claims that no purchase is required to enter, but in reality, paying gives you a massive advantage. And of course, all paid entries are non-refundable. Basically, you give them money for nothing in return. The official website describes this website as a Canadian for-profit corporation that operates sweepstakes. But one look at the public domain registration data shows that this website's domain is registered outside of Canada, somewhere in Iceland. As of now, we still don't know who's actually behind this website. I don't think it's Extra Emily, but definitely the Reddit mod, which is exactly how scams like this end most of the times. This is why you should always be skeptical, especially with influencers who promise you massive amount of money. Because when something sounds too good to be true, in most cases, it is. So what do you think of this situation? Who's at fault here, besides the scammers? Is it the streamer who promoted this, or her talent agency, who didn't do a background check? Let me know in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.
That's just messy. That's just really messy. I think the messiest part about it is that somebody fell for essential oils again. I think that's the wild part. It's like, haven't y'all been told to do fume too much already? That would just like not work on people? But I guess not. I guess the fume people are raking in the dough because it sounds like people still get told to do essential oils. Okay.
Who are we cosplayed as?
I'm Melania from Elden Ring, and this is Let Me Solo Her.
I don't really see a lot of Elden Ring cosplays. What made y'all pick Elden Ring to cosplay as today?
When you get your butt kicked enough times by the same character, you just have to show the appreciation. And then they were my handler, and then they also wanted to get dressed. So then we had to find another handler.
And then also you have the Elden Ring shirt on, so we're all... It's all coming together.
In search of the Elden Ring.
Somebody cosplaying as Let Me Solo Her is always a W. Alright, y'all, timestamps are in. Stream goes bye-bye. I need to make rice and beans. Thank you all for your time and your patience. I appreciate you immensely. I'll always be wishing you the absolute best.